heal. This is a traumatic thing. Any officer that goes through a shooting, it's a traumatic thing that they go through. It's not every day. And keep in mind, she was working in a building that's, a building that traditionally is extremely safe. And she was merely ensuring that people that visit the law library are safe when they go there to do legal research. And this happened. And she engaged the suspect exceptionally well. I'm very proud of all the law enforcement and how they responded yesterday.
She was hitting the side.
She was.
I know it's early, but any idea how long that recovery might take and when she might be back on the job?
There's both the medical aspect and the psychological aspect. This was traumatic for her. I could see it in her eyes yesterday. And that's for any officer. I mean, nobody wants to hurt another human. We certainly don't. Our job is about life saving. And anytime that an officer is involved in a shooting, it's emotionally draining. And she has greatly improved from what I saw her yesterday. She was very much, in shock a bit and dazed. And today I saw her eyes again. I saw she was very responsive, and she was great. And so, it's going to take her time, and we're going to support her. As any law enforcement agency would do, we're going to support her and make sure that if she needs any counseling or anything like that, or any of the officers that were involved in this shooting, get the proper care and love that they so rightfully deserve.
The investigation is ongoing. Have you guys been able to confirm if the bullet that hit her was in fact?
I don't want to talk about anything because it's now with the prosecutor's office. Our partners at Houston PD have been nice to step up and get their homicide division involved. So I'm really appreciative of the city and HPD and all of our partners. But I don't want to comment about any of the evidence or anything like that.
How many of your team members working with
We have about 153 total, some civilian, some law enforcement. We screen 2 million plus people a year through the courthouse complex. And of course we get a lot of contraband. So it's, there's a lot, and thankfully, with all the people in and around this shooting yesterday, this could have been a really bad situation because people are moving from building to building, and they're moving around out in the downtown courthouse complex. So from that perspective, I'm just thank God. I just thank God for that, because easily there could have been lots of people hit by bullets that were being fired yesterday.
I know she has had a long law enforcement career. Do you know if this is her first time using a weapon or being involved in?
I don't have the answer to that, so I don't want to speculate. But she's had a 30-plus year law enforcement. She has a military background, and she is one tough cookie. I can just tell you that. She's got strength, and I'm just so appreciative that she's part of my team. She's just a wonderful human being and well-loved. I heard from people all over the state yesterday that went to schools with her and knew her well.
Constable, you're talking about a tough cookie. There's a video out there where it shows like her literally running towards the guy, not thinking twice, putting herself out there. What goes through your mind when you saw that?
That's what law enforcement does. We run to the problem, not away from the problem. And she was doing exactly what she was supposed to do. She was doing exactly, our job is about saving lives. And she was engaging the suspect, taking care and neutralizing the threat. And it's what we train for. It's what we do for our profession. So she did exactly, and that's just who she is, by the way. She is definitely the kind of person that's going to run to the threat and take care of it. Very proud of the work that all of them did. We had many officers involved in that yesterday.
He was hurt that took the suspect down?
I can't say that. I can say that, she was part of what happened yesterday. Whether one of her shots actually made it, but I really don't want to get into any of that. I really don't.
Have you got an update on the suspect?
Suspect is stabilized, and he was struck many times, and so he's stable. Yes.
Can you update on the charges?
Yeah, he's going to be charged with aggravated assault on a public servant and felon in possession of a firearms, and the district attorney may end up filing additional charges. We are working closely with all of our law enforcement partners, the DA especially, and we'll see if there's any additional charges that might be filed against him. I don't want to get into that. I can only tell you he has 6 prior felonies. He was out on a current bond for a minor offense, criminal trespass. And, you know, that's really all I can tell you about that.
Were any of your other deputies involved? Like,
Yep. Yes. Well, they're all on 3-day leave, 4, and we want to give them all the time they need. It again is a very stressful situation to be involved in a shooting, and so we're going to give them the time and the space and the love and support to heal and be ready mentally to get back out and protect people.
So just to clarify, I want to make sure I got the math right. Not counting Deputy Jones, you have 4 other deputies under their command who discharged assault squads.
Yes.
Plus
Sheriff
Howard
deputy.
County. Sheriff.
Yeah. Again, I really don't want to get into this. Okay, guys. I really don't. I'd rather Houston, when they complete it, we'll be able to give you all the facts, and I want to be factual at always. Always.
It seemed that the suspect had an extensive record, felon, and still was able to get a gun. What kind of experience?
You know, there's a lot of different places you can get firearms. It's a problem. We have a firearm problem in America, and we've got to do something about it. And you know, people still have access to firearms. They do, unfortunately.
People who shouldn't?
People absolutely shouldn't. He should have never had a firearm anywhere near him. He's strictly prohibited. It's actually a federal charge too. So.
Constable, is there a reason that when the word first went out on this that he was near family court? We know, was he headed to family court?
No.
Do we have any idea?
No, not at the moment. Nothing that I want to discuss.
You were inside with your deputy. She was with her family. Can you talk to us just about the interaction there?
Yeah, I mean, she has an incredible support network, both from her law enforcement family and her family. She has a lot of extended friends, and you could just tell in the room there was so much love, support, care, and everybody was deferential to her and making sure that she had everything she needed. She was in good spirits, a lot different from yesterday, and you know, that's what it's all. That's part of the healing process, is being surrounded by family, loved ones, and people that are going to kind of get you through these tough times in life. And she's definitely got that.
Was her granddaughter there with her?
Her granddaughter was not, but sons were, and sister was, and then of course our extended law enforcement family. We stay with her the whole time, all the way through her discharge. And of course, you saw us. We're escorting her home to make sure she gets home safely and everything's great.
As a boss, like, what do you tell her about what she has to do to come back, or whether you expect her to come back, or what her process is?
I want to give her time to process everything and provide her all of the necessary love, support, professional counseling if needed. And when she's ready to come back, we're going to welcome her with open arms. And, you know, I told you before, she's a fighter. She's somebody that is very, very strong-willed. And my guess is she'll be back pretty quickly, but we're going to wait and do it on her time.
And just to be clear, Constable, the bullet never penetrated.
It went into some tissue over on the side, but didn't go into the body itself. But yeah. Anybody else? Thank y'all very much. I appreciate everything. Thank you. Oh, I want to say one more thing. Sorry. I'll stop. You ready? I just want to thank Memorial Hermann Hospital. The nurses, the doctors, everybody that supported us here was phenomenal. From the security staff all the way up to everybody that helped. Thank you, Memorial Hermann Hospital and St. Joseph's Hospital, because that's where we initially took her. Thank you to our medical staff, our nurses, everybody. We couldn't do what we do without y'all's support. So I just want to get that on the record. Thank you.